I'm Nia, and this is my little 3-year-old boy, Dylan. We've got another little boy, Reese, who's 5. He's in school today, and my husband's at work. And yeah, we got the bike in November, and this is us using it. We are in Edinburgh, in Scotland, and this is Bruntsfield, which is a really lovely part of town. A lot of people are put off cycling in Edinburgh because it's so hilly, but this bike handles the hills absolutely no problem. It's also very cold in Edinburgh normally, so a lot of people are put off cycling, but actually we haven't found that a problem at all.
Are you keeping an eye on that camera?
My husband's the bike fanatic, so he was doing a lot of research. He came across Estarli, was really impressed by the fact that it's made in the UK. That really appealed to him. And we were actually just out in Bruntsfield one Saturday, I think it was, and maybe I shouldn't say, but we went to have a look at some other brands in another rival shop up the road. And we weren't so impressed, and my husband really wanted a belt drive. So he said, oh, I think pedals might have an Estarli. Let's go and have a look.
Nia came down to test the bike on her own with just her smallest child, and they had a quick round the block test just to get a feel for it. Straight away, she was on the phone to her partner, who then came down with the larger kid when they finished school. The whole family piled on the bike. And then they went on a slightly more extended test ride.
So we did and fell in love with it, and that was it. We went for one straight away. The days vary. When I'm at work, I'll drop Reese off at school first and then carry on to work, which has been an absolute game changer because it's so much quicker than driving. So it means I'm not late for work. And then usually what happens, because my husband works in the same place, so we'll swap bikes. He picks up this bike and goes to pick them up at the end of the day. And then I get on my pedal bike and cycle home. So it's made life a lot easier for us. And I'm off work on a Wednesday looking after this little one. And quite honestly, I think since we got the bike, I've not used the car on a Wednesday. So we drop Reese off at school, and then we go to his little rugby tots class on it. And then we might go to the shops, and then we do the school pickup, and it's all done on the bike. It's great. So my husband did a lot of the research. I think the fact that this was belt drive and the price bracket was basically what sold it to us.
Having the stepless Enviolo and a belt drive on a cargo bike at that price is just phenomenal, especially for people that maybe don't come from a background of cycling. Just to not have gears that they even have to think about clicking, you twist it. It has an amazing graphical representation of whether the gear's hard or easy, totally avoiding the high and low confusion. A little guy riding up a wee hill on a bike, absolutely fantastic. And then not having a chain to look after, especially in Edinburgh, where you're seeing there's a lot of salt on the roads, and not having to maintain a chain through those kind of conditions is fantastic, and it's a really good thing to see. You don't usually see it until another couple of £1,000 more than that.
Even getting a bit of bagpipes in the background. Getting out in the open air and getting some fresh air in the mornings, I think it makes a huge difference. I know that when I arrive at work and I've been on my bike rather than in the car in traffic, I'm in a better mood. So I imagine that my eldest, when he gets to school, he goes in very happily. I imagine that it does a world of good for him when he arrives at school and he has a better day as a result. We'll see how the bike handles the cobbles of Edinburgh as well.
The camera just fallen off.
You fall? Oh, the camera fell off. Do you know, normally when they get in the car, they ask to watch something on a phone or a tablet or something, but they get on the bike and they've got their entertainment there. They just watch the world around them, and I think it's so much better for them. So yeah, I think we're just raising the next little generation of bike lovers by doing this. So it's fab. This is Holyrood Palace, which is where the king stays when he comes to Edinburgh. And then this is Arthur's Seat, which is a dormant volcano, and some great views from the top. There are 2 ways round Arthur's Seat, on a bike or in the car. And we're about to head up the steep side. I've only been up here on a road bike, and yeah, I can't talk by the top, so we'll see how it goes on this. We'll see if anybody can get up there without going into boost.
Oh, I started in boost.
think we might have done the steepest part. I'm certainly feeling a bit short of breath, but I know that if I was on my road bike right now, I'd be out the saddle, giving it everything I've got. So the fact that I'm still able to talk to you in full sentences, I think is quite impressive. You okay back there? You've not been this way before, have you? It's an adventure. So this is more the south of the city, looking up towards the Pentland Hills in the background. You're getting a sense of the wind that we get here in Edinburgh. So there you go. The bike's first trip round Arthur's Seat.
Is it the wind or are you emotional, Nia?
From a safety point of view, I feel like it's really solid. I was slightly worried about the sort of feeling of balance with the two boys on the back, because that's obviously not something I'm used to, but it's come really naturally and it's been really easy to get used to. Dylan, do you want to go for a little hot chocolate? Yeah, let's go for a hot chocolate, okay. Even sometimes when they are kind of bickering in the back or maybe sort of, you know, turning around to look at something that's just gone past, I kind of feel a slight kind of movement, but it still maintains its balance and it's absolutely fine. Are you okay?
At least you could say you've been up there on the bike.
I know, Reese is going to be so jealous. The other thing I was slightly worried about is sort of traffic going past and whether I was going to feel safe, but actually it's a presence in the road in itself, and I think people are aware of it a lot more than, say, a sort of road bike. And I think I feel happier sort of taking up more of the road as well, so cars have just got to give me a wide berth. And so, yeah, I feel very safe. And I'm sure the boys do too, because they're very happy on the bike normally. Hot chocolate with marshmallows, flat white, and you've got like a kid's hot chocolate. Is that going to make you happier? I wasn't keen on buying online and not having that sort of aftercare support locally, but as soon as I realised that the guys here were selling Estarli, I realised that actually we'd be in really good hands, and they've been absolutely fantastic.
Backup for cargo bikes especially is far better dealt with locally simply because of the size of them. You can't box and post a cargo bike very easily at all, and you don't want time off it. They rely on them as their day-to-day vehicles, essentially. You treat it like a car. So having a base locally that you can bring things back to with problems resolved quickly is very, very important. That said, the Estarli cargo bikes have been absolutely fantastic for us. We haven't had a single motor fault and everyone's been really, really happy with them. So we haven't had to do a lot of backup so far, which is the ideal situation, but we are here when people need it.
Have you made a little den? It's actually been a lot easier getting used to it than I thought it would be. And any sort of reservations that I had beforehand have been quickly dispelled. It's essentially just changed the way that we commute, the way that we live, and it's just made life a lot easier. And so if you're considering it, I would encourage anybody to just go for it, essentially. What do you think?
Yeah.